Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Today, I'm going to be checking out the new Slaughter to Prevail. They have a new track out called Viking. Now, in my previous Slaughter reaction, I was saying that I never listened to them. So I was finally listening to them, and I was like, oh, yeah, this is cool and everything, but it wasn't, like, groundbreaking or anything to me. But that was also years ago. So I'm sure they've released plenty of music since then. So this is the perfect opportunity to just check out what they've been up to lately, and to see maybe if this is something that I'm like, oh yeah, this will end up on a Spotify playlist, and I'll be looking out for the new albums, or I'll just be like, it is what it is. I'm sure it's going to be heavy nonetheless, so let's just get into it, man. I'm not going to waste any more time. So obviously this is going to be about Vikings. I can't even okay. Yeah, I can read it. I was just making sure I could read it. That's in Russian, right? Because I didn't understand any of that. I need to bring my lady over here because she can speak Russian and translate for me. Yeah, you gotta always, whenever you're doing Viking stuff, you gotta have it sound a little tribal and stuff and have some sort of chantiness to it. Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting like a breakdown. Oh, look, he's doing some gravity blast. And let me pull this up just a little bit more. He's got the gravity blast going on. You see that? Like, that was a technique that got really popular, and I would say 2006. I think one of the first times a lot of people heard it was with All Shall Perish. And what was the song called? I think There's No Business to Be Done on a Dead Planet, something like that. It's been a while. I like that, dude. He's got such good vocals. Yeah, it's like, you know, it's good. I think maybe why a lot of people like it is that it is very simple. They're not like raising the bar. Like, we got to make the riffs more technical, or we got to do this. Like, even the tuning, it's not that low. Like, so it's one of the things that maybe, like, you see some people, they're huge death metal people, right? And there was a simple, and what's brutal about it is the show, just the whole package, not just the music. And so maybe I see why maybe there's a lot of people that really like the appeal. And then, of course, there's always, like, say, you have a really famous guy like Alex Terrible leading it. So naturally, a lot of people are going to already be on board just because it's them. Because, damn, I can tell you, and I'm not saying this is bad music. I'm saying, like, for some artists that I've heard their projects that were not good, they were just trash, but they had large audiences, and the audiences were like, man, this is great stuff. This is so good. And you're like, yo. But I'm just saying, this gives it infinitely more of a mwah by this dude being so popular. Like, I mean, he's huge, man. His channel is huge on YouTube, big social media presence. So just naturally, your band's gonna do well. The mask too, like, that's just, it's brilliant, man. There's something about, like, I understand just people not wanting to do gimmicks, not wanting to do, like, stage presence, but if you look at, say, some of the bands that do it, it just really helps. I mean, obviously Slipknot, everybody knows that. But you think about, like, say, Sleep Token, that it recently jumped onto the scene. Like, now they're one of the biggest bands ever. I mean, he's shrouded in mystery with the, like, who are these people? Who's the singer and all this stuff? And you have this stuff, like, it looks cool. It's I get it. Like that is incredibly basic, but it works. I like the boom boom. Понимаешь только язык меча, что ж? That sounds sick. The mixing's good. I think the mixing sounds great. Wait, hold on. Who was that? Was that... Did I reckon... Hold on. Let me go back real quick. I think I... Hold on. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought that was somebody I knew. Yeah, I mean, I was kind of like, to be honest, when I was hearing Viking, I was expecting a heavier and slower song. It's just kind of like ingrained in me. Like when I hear things that are kind of surrounded by Vikings, usually the tempo's a lot slower, and usually there is so many like just breakdowns, and not like, I don't even mean your traditional breakdowns, but breakdowns as a definition within music, because, you know, even pop has breakdowns, for example. I'm just saying that, like, I was kind of expecting, it's my own fault. It's my own fault from just what I hear in my head when I'm thinking Viking songs, or when you hear people making songs that are Viking folklore and stuff, and that all has a very similar kind of tone to it. Groovy. I will say, I'm always a fan of these type of music videos too, where it shows like live footage and behind the scenes stuff. I've always liked that. What was it? Was that a pillow? What was that? What is that? Yeah, it's like a little plushie. It's adorable. Look at that. What is she? She about to cry? Wall of Death, classic. This is interesting. This is much more like just a traditional death metal song. Now, since I haven't listened to them, since I don't really, honestly, since I don't know their songs, did they transition to, were they like, say, the Faceless back in the day, where they had a lot of like deathcore breakdowns, and then they just phased that out, and they're like, we're just tech death now, we're just melodic death metal? Unless there's gonna be some crazy ass breakdown at the end, we'll see. Something's about to happen. I really gotta learn Russian, man, because I don't know what the hell's going on.
опасный станет, железо станет говорить, чтобы говорить. Понимаешь только язык меча, что ж, I'll satisfy primal fear.
There you go. I mean, it sounds good, but I'm just... Look, I've been in, you know, when you've been around the scene for so long, you're like, all right, I've heard these breakdowns in 2005, you know? Like, this is just a me thing. This is, other people listening to this are probably having a fantastic time, like, this is awesome, and I'm hearing this, I'm like, oh, this is like bleeding through break. You know, like what I mean is the breakdowns are. I'm like, I need something. I gotta have something a little bit different when it comes to breakdowns nowadays. Like, too many years have passed for me to hear the same type of, and it's, I think, like, transitional breakdowns, keeping them basic are great, but like, I need something that, like, stands out, because your breakdowns can still be simple too, but then the lyrics, the vocals got to really do the carrying or something. Like, I need something to feel a little bit more stimulated. Like, that's not bad. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just like, I get it. That's better. I like that. But then it was over. Damn. I was like, that right there. I was like kind of that more slam vibe. I was like, that's sick. The pure breakdown right there. Yeah, man, pretty good. I like it, but it's just not. It's not anything. I don't know. It's not groundbreaking, man. Like Alex is a fantastic vocalist, but I'm gonna be real. Like, there are people that were in my hometown that had lows like that. It's impressive, and it still is kind of unique. You don't see very many people, but then, like, shit, you go on TikTok, for example, and then you just type in, like, gutturals or something, all of a sudden you're finding thousands of people that sound just as impressive, but they don't look as impressive, they're not as charismatic or whatever and stuff like that. So I'm not taking anything away from Alex. I'm just saying that I need more. It's kind of like when I'm doing my vocals and I'm doing my stuff, I'm trying to think, how do I separate myself from the pack to where I at least sound like I have a signature sound, and maybe people are, like, say, I think about Trevor from Black Dahlia, you know, rest in peace. Not only was he just a solid vocalist, wasn't the best at what he did, he was pretty damn good, but his lyrics, Jesus, his storytelling, his patterns, oh my goodness, second to none, right? Like, there's certain things that I'm looking for. Alex, booming vocals, sounds amazing. Lyrics may be good, I don't speak the language, but I'm just hearing everything, it just sounds solid to me. It doesn't sound like anything that, it just doesn't sound, and to be fair, and let me be totally fair, when I'm listening to metal nowadays, because I don't listen to a ton of metal, as much as I used to, that now it's more like I diversify quite a bit, and I like a lot of melody and stuff like that, but that right there is so important to me, is like the melody, like melodic stuff. So if I am listening to some sort of metal, there's a lot of melodic and like soft stuff, there's singing, whatnot. Like last night I was just listening to the Faceless's Autotheism, you know, Michael Keane, lots of melody, lots of melodic, you know, and they're like tech death, but it's like melodic death metal really, and he's singing his ass off in that, you know, sounds kind of like Dream Theater-y and a lot of other influences, but I gravitate more towards that. So what I'm trying to say is I'm not taking away from Slaughter to Prevail, because obviously they have a very large audience. There's a lot of people that loved them. I'm sure their shows always sell out and stuff, but it's just my opinion. that like if they came around, I personally would be like, oh, that's cool, you know. I would go check them out if they were with a handful of other bands that I really wanted to see. But if it was just them, and I'd be like, you know, it's maybe I'd like to meet Alex. I think that would be pretty cool. He seems like a pretty dope guy, you know. And I hope none of the members ever see this, because I don't I don't want them to feel offended in any way, shape, or form. But I'm just giving my honest opinion. I'm not the type of person that's ever going to talk people up just because I like them, and I don't want to like you know how there's some people are. They will say shit's amazing even though they don't feel that way, because it's kind of like towing the line. They don't want to sabotage any leads. Like, oh, say, what if there was an opportunity for me and the Slaughter to Prevail members to be really close buddies, but I put out a review that I was underwhelmed, and all of a sudden they don't like me. You know, I'm like, bro, I don't do that. I know plenty of people do that. Being in the entertainment industry, there's a lot of brown nosing and a lot of fake people, and I'm just like, keep it real, because like, I just say, like, if anybody did the same thing with my music, I would just respect, you know, as long as you're not talking shit about my character, because I'm like, bro, we're just fucking criticizing my music, that's totally fine. I'll still respect you. There's no disrespect in that, in my opinion. You're just like, oh, I'm giving my honest opinion, and I just think your stuff's underwhelming, stuff like that, you know. And it also depends on the words you use, too. Because if you just say, oh, you suck dick or something, then it's like, well, what the... like, you're not even really saying anything. You're just being a dick. But that's it, guys. This is getting pretty long. Let me know what you thought of the song. Let me know if you guys agree with me at all. If you disagree, please let me know. On your way out, please hit the like button. I'd appreciate it very much so. And y'all have yourself a wonderful day.